Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create a multilingual Voiceflow chatbot that switches languages based on the URL that the user is in, that can also answer users' questions in different languages based on the website's language setting. All the code and the Voiceflow template will be available for download in the video description. So how does this work? As you can see, I have my Shopify store right here, and you can see the URL. And if we switch the language setting to English, we'll have the additional text for like /n. So we're gonna detect this change in the URL, and we're gonna switch the Voiceflow chatbot to use a different language. First of all, let's go back to Voiceflow. Let's go to the integration part and copy the provided code snippet. I'm gonna be using Shopify to host my chatbot. Let's copy the code. And first thing we need to do is to capture the current URL. We can do this by writing script tag, creating a new variable, let's say current URL, and passing the current URL to this variable. We can do this by window location.href, and let's close the script tag. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to need to edit this provided code snippet from the Voiceflow in order to pass our current URL to our chatbot. So I have a code snippet copied. You will be able to find this code inside the video description, so don't worry. Let's paste it, and I'll quickly explain what happens right here. Every time we launch a new chatbot, it will create last event variable, and it will pass into the last event payload our current URL. So as you can see, launch event type payload URL current URL. So how does it look inside the Voiceflow? As you can see inside the Voiceflow, there is a default variable called last event, and we're going to need this variable to pass the current URL of the user. And what is also needed is additional variable. Simply create a new one and call it user language. I already have it created. Next, let's head over to our workflow. And as you can see, the first step inside the workflow is a JavaScript step. Let's take a look at the code. As you can see, we check if last event happened, and if it did, we take last event payload URL. So how does this look inside the Shopify? As you can see, there is payload and there is URL, and the URL is the current URL we capture. And then we simply check if the URL contains the English part. And if it does, we set the user language variable that we created to English. And if it doesn't contain the English part, then we set the user language variable to Lithuanian. And next step is a logic condition step. And we simply check if user language variable is English. And if it is, we go to the English part of the Voiceflow project. And if it doesn't contain English, we go to the Lithuanian part. So let's take a look at the English part of the Voiceflow project. So first of all, I have a knowledge base about CBD frequently asked questions. The text is in English. And inside our workflow, we simply greet the user and tell them to ask a question. Then we capture our reply to last utterance, and then we use the response AI step with a data source from knowledge base, and we simply pass our question as last utterance and let the AI answer the question. So how does the Lithuanian part of the Voiceflow project look like? This is going to be a little bit different from the English. So we greet the user, we capture the user reply, but instead of using response AI step. This time we're gonna use set AI step, and we're passing the last utterance, and we're applying the AI response to a variable. So I have created a variable AI response. Next, we're going to use the condition step to check if the AI response contains not found. So if it does contain not found, we're going to say that in Lithuanian that sorry, we didn't find the question. And if it does found the answer, we simply use the response AI step now, and we use this prompt to translate text to user language, so either Lithuanian or English in our case, and text to translate is the AI response. And everything is quite default, and the system prompt is "you are the translator." Next, we simply publish the assistant, and there is an important step that we cannot skip if we want this to work fluently. So in chat persistence, we need to forget after tab closed or reloaded. Why do we need to do this? So if the URL changes, we need to refresh our chatbot and pass the new variable into the last event. So this has to be forget. Okay, let's get back to the shop, and let's take a look once again on how this all looks like. So as you can see, hello, ask me question about CBD. If we switch to Lithuanian, it should be in Lithuanian. We can try to ask a question in Lithuanian. So let's do, I'm asking if CBD is going to get me high. Hopefully not. It answers that CBD doesn't have like psychoactive effects. Perfect, it answers our question. We can also ask in English, and it will also answer in Lithuanian, as it translates the knowledge base answer into Lithuanian. As you can see, everything is working perfectly. You can use the same approach in your Voiceflow project to set it up to work with as many languages as you need. If you need a similar system for your business, you can find the Calendly link down below in the description, where you can book a free discovery call. For today, this is going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Have fun creating chatbots. Do not eat too many CBD gummies, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.